there, Cancer, and welcome back to Star-Lord's Tarot. This is your tarot forecast for the week of November the 30th through to December the 6th. I went ahead, shuffled cards, laid them all out. Let's see what's going on for Cancer. First up, we have the Seven of Swords reversed, followed then by the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And next we have Major Arcana of the World upright, followed then by the Seven of Cups upright. And lastly, we have the Nine of Swords reversed. You have 777 in this reading, 3 sevens. So, for your overall energy, Cancer, you have that of the Seven of Swords in the reverse position. Much better energy inverted as opposed to upright, because upright, this can point to some kind of sketchy behavior. It can point to a scoundrel trying to, sneak off with something. Could be stealing your ideas, stealing your belongings, hopefully not. But, it does happen. There's some pretty unscrupulous people out there. And it can also point to avoidance, just not wanting to deal with something, a situation, people, what have you. When the card is inverted, however, this is where if somebody was being a scoundrel to you, could be that the thief gets caught. It could be for some of you that you're no longer avoiding a situation, or if somebody was avoiding you, Cancer, it could be that they're no longer avoiding you. They're wanting to deal with this, you or the situation, bang on. That's good news. It's always best, I find, when we decide to just sort of suck it up and go for it and go towards dealing with situations, because we can only put things off for so long, and then eventually, they're there and we have to deal with it. So it could be the case for some of you. Others of you, you're just choosing to deal with a situation. For some of you, the thing you have been avoiding, or the person or the relationship, has been long-standing, and it's like, I just don't want to, or I just can't do this anymore. So I'm going to deal with this situation head on, no more problems. I'm going to just face it, get in there, whether it be anything from, say, a home situation. Maybe it's just a room that's been super cluttered, and you decide that you want to go in there and just, I'm not going to avoid this room anymore, I'm just going to clean it up. For others of you, it could be a major issue in a relationship that you just refuse to ignore, and you're just going to go in there head on and deal with it. So coming right at the beginning of the week, we do have the Seven of Pentacles here in the reverse position. Seven of Pentacles upright is where we're reevaluating things. And I always say it's very healthy to reevaluate. Don't just assume because something's been working for a while, it's always going to work. We always need to check up on things from time to time, whether it be our finances, whether it be our relationship, whatever the situation is. We always need to sort of do a reevaluation check from time to time. Now, when the card is inverted, this is pointing to no longer reevaluating a situation. Maybe you're done with that energy. It makes sense too with the Seven of Swords in reverse, no longer avoiding a situation, because you've been maybe reevaluating it for a long time, and now you're just saying, okay, enough of that energy. I'm going to just make my decision here. I know what I need to do in terms of my finances, in terms of my home, in terms of my relationship, whatever it is. Again, only take what resonates. Remember, if it doesn't resonate, it's not meant for you. You can check back next week, or check your moon, rising, and Venus signs. Now, moving on, we do have the beautiful energies here of the World in the upright position. This is what I called my graduation card. So some of you could be graduating. Maybe this is what this has been about. I've noticed that in the Cancer readings lately, there have been like a wrap up of a situation. Some of you, I guess, you're no longer avoiding it. Like I said, could be a career, could be a relationship, could be, it's just something that has been ongoing, and you're just going, nah, I've been looking at this situation, looking at it. I just need to now, dive in, deal with it. And this could be the end of a situation. Now, this could be the end of a long-standing relationship. Again, it wouldn't be anything that's going to come out of the blue. It would be something that where the relationship had been falling for a lot of times. This could just be the final end of it. For others of you, it could be, a long-standing home that you've been in for years. You raised your family there, and you're finally deciding to, sell the house and downsize. For others of you, it could be a long-standing career you've been at forever and it's time to retire. It could be that this job or this career is no longer fulfilling me. I need to find something new and something different. So that could be the case. Whatever it is, you're closing out something. Some of you have been actually learning something new. Maybe you've taken up some studies, or you have finally completed those studies now, and you can go into the field that you've been studying for. Now, moving on towards the weekend, we do have the 7 of Cups here in the upright position. Now, you see, this is it. When you close out a cycle, we always look for something new, because we always need to feel like we're participating in something, because otherwise life can be kind of boring and listless and flat. So when we close out a cycle, we're always looking for something new. And luckily for you, right around the corner here, Cancer, there's a lot of options, a lot of opportunities that you could be choosing from. So again, if this is a relationship, long-standing relationships, closing out, you have a lot of other options for a romantic future. For others of you, if it's a long-standing career or job, there's a lot of other things you could be looking into right now. And just go through it with a fine-tooth comb. I always say with the 7 of Cups energy, although it's better to have too many options than none, this can be very confusing, very Neptunian energy. So you really need to go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Make sure that the options and the opportunities you're looking into are actually feasible. They're not pie-in-the-sky ideas, that these are, you really have to search in the 7 of Cups to make sure you're making the right choices that make sense to you and for your life going forward. And the last card you have here is the 9 of Swords in the reverse position. 9 of Swords in the upright position is when we have multiple things on our mind, perhaps at night, and it's preventing us from sleeping. This can be representative of a lot of anxiety, a lot of too much mental activity, round and round and round in our head we go, and we can't get any sleep. So when the card is inverted, this is where the anxiety can come to an end. And I can certainly see why, because you're dealing with a situation head on. You're no longer sitting around reevaluating something. You've made a decision to close out a cycle and look for new opportunities, because they are there. So that could be you now saying that something is final, the door is closed on that, I don't have to think about that any longer, so now I can finally get some decent rest. This could be coming out of anxiety and sleepless nights, and it's just the mental activity ceases, right? So that's why we go into a better place. So interesting reading here. It all seems to connect together about one specific situation. So please leave a comment in the comment section below if this resonated for you, and tell me how so. So that is your reading, Cancer. I really hope it helped you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye for now.